All right, we're taking you through information coming in on Bengal's new anti-rape bill that's now been tabled in the Assembly. The bill calls for capital punishment for rapists. BJP backing Mamata's anti-rape bill. In fact, the proposed legislation seeks capital punishment for persons convicted of rape if their actions result in the victim's death or leaves her in a vegetative state. Precisely the words that describe this bill. In fact, Bengal's Aparajita bill, that it's called, has been tabled in the Assembly, with the BJP also, who's been protesting in the Assembly wearing black scarves, backing this bill now. We have Indrajit joining us live for more on that. Let me first quickly take in some reactions. Before that, I will get to Indrajit just in a moment.
Honorable Principal Secretary to read the title of the bill.
A bill to amend the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2023, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Samhita 2023, and the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012 in their application to the State of West Bengal to enhance punishment and to constitute the framework for inter alia expeditious investigation and trial of the heinous act of violence against women and children.
Honorable Department of Judicial may now move the motion for consideration of the bill.
Sir, I beg to move that the Aparajita Women and Child West Bengal Criminal Laws Amendment Bill 2024 as settled in the Assembly be passed. Sir, I beg to move that the Aparajita Women and Child West Bengal Criminal Laws Amendment Bill 2024 be taken for consideration.
All right, let me quickly cut across to Indrajit joining us on the line. Indrajit, please elaborate for us Bengal's new anti-rape bill, Aparajita bill that it's called, we believe gives death sentence to those who's convicted of rape, and if the victim is left dead or in a vegetative state, then it amounts to capital punishment as part of this bill. BJP has supported it as well. Here we're looking at the proposed legislation that seeks capital punishment for persons convicted of rape if their actions result in the victim's death or leave them in a vegetative state. Additionally, it also stipulates life sentence without parole for those convicted of rape and gang rape. Now, this bill that's called Aparajita, Women and Child Bill of 2024, it aims to strengthen rights for women, basically to ensure that they are in a protected environment, and women and children by revising and introducing new provisions related to rape and sexual offences. So the Aparajita bill that speaks of capital punishment awards capital punishment to those convicts who've been accused of rape and leaving the victim dead or in a vegetative state. Then it will be nothing less than capital punishment for the accused. Indrajit finally with us. Indrajit, please elaborate on the anti-rape bill tabled by Mamata Banerjee, which is supported by BJP as well.
Well, that's right, Nabila. You know, this bill is being tabled, has been in fact tabled in the West Bengal Assembly just a short while back. And we have a copy of the bill with us right now. We can show it to our viewers. It's called the Aparajita Bill. Remember, in 2013, the Criminal Amendment Act was, that was amended of the IPC, and that was called the Nirbhaya Act. But this is the bill I'll ask Orgo to show. This is the bill, the Aparajita Act, as it is called. It's called the Aparajita Woman and Child West Bengal Criminal Laws Amendment Bill. It's called the Aparajita Woman and Child West Bengal Criminal Laws Amendment Bill 2014. Now, the term Aparajita is very important. It means somebody who is undefeatable. Aparajita or Aparajito depends on, the terms, the gender specificity of the term. But here, the gender specificity is important because it means female Oporajita means female, so it says somebody who is undefeatable. She is undefeatable, that's what it means in this. And this is the bill. So this is the first look of the bill which is being discussed in the West Bengal State Assembly right now. And we have a copy of it in our hands. And I'll tell you what is the provision. It's very, very important. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which has just come into effect across the country, that the provision of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the provision of punishment for rape, gang rape, all these provisions which are already existent in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the West Bengal government, the Mamata Banerjee government is only, trying to amend that and make them more stringent. How are they trying to make it more stringent? I'll ask my camera person to once again show. There are provisions for rape and murder. So it calls for death penalty. You would remember Mamata Banerjee had announced last week that she would push for death penalty for rapists, people who are convicted of the crime of rape. So here if you see, it's written, the first schedule of the Principal Act under the heading offence under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. For the following sections with corresponding entries, the following sections shall be substituted, which means that there will be an amendment to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which has been brought into effect. And punishment for rape, if you see this, highlighted, I've already highlighted it for our viewers. Punishment for rape, and it's written imprisonment for life, which for just rape, it will be imprisonment for life. For persons committing an offence and inflicting injury. In the second portion, if you see, that is number 66. So in section 66 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which this new act, the Aparajita Act, seeks to amend, it says persons committing an offence of rape and inflicting injury which causes death or causes the woman to be in a vegetative state, which means that if a woman is subjected to the heinous crime of rape and through which she dies or she goes into a vegetative state in coma, then it should be punished with death and fine. So that person would be, so if anybody is convicted of this crime, then that person would be convicted of death and additional fine. What about the provisions of gang rape here? I'll ask Orgo to show this one. I have highlighted this for our viewers. The provision for gang rape, which is section 70/1. Section 70/1 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. It's written, the offence for gang rape and the punishment which the West Bengal government in this new act seeks is imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of the person's natural life, or death and fine, or it could be death and fine. So here also for gang rape there is the provision of death and a fine as well. So there is another one I'll show you. It talks about this new amendment, the amendments to the Bharatiya Nyaya Suraksha Sanhita, Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. This new amendment seeks to establish special courts. These are new provisions. This new act seeks to establish special courts and seeks the constitution of Aparajita Task Force. What is an Aparajita Task Force? Now, the West Bengal government is saying that they want to form special or new task force known as the Aparajita Task Force. This is the Aparajita Act, which is an amendment to the Nyaya Sanhita, and they want to bring in an Aparajita Task Force. The Aparajita Task Force envisages...
So we believe there's been scheduled a 2-day assembly session to pass this bill. Is there any likelihood, Indrajit, that this will be passed immediately, within a day or two now?
Well, it's a 2-day session. It began yesterday. The session was promulgated yesterday, so it'll conclude today. And today is the day when this new act will be passed. This act
so we're looking forward to that.
It's been discussed right now, and we can expect it will be passed today. Yes, yeah.
All right, so it will be passed today, and that's what we're waiting for. Thanks very much, Indrajit, for joining us.